we got so far? Who's in there? We've got 4, 3, 4-ish. Remember to sign in the comments. Hey Alex! Alex, how are those leaning backdrops coming along? Any questions so far? Good, good. Glad to hear it. Try not to make you guys too seasick. What was I going to say? Hi, Fergus. I'll give it a couple more minutes just to get the numbers a bit. As I said in the post earlier, the focus is going to be on a Jiyu as a template, primarily aimed at Little Dragon Black Belt level, but to be honest, we're going to look at 5 legitimate Jiyu as moves, and they are appropriate all the way up to adult Yudan. So anybody watching can do this and get something from it. Okay, we're getting cracking. All right, so we're going to be looking at, as long as time permits, 5 different Jiyu moves, and they are the standard moves that myself and Sensei Martin teach to the little dragons when they're getting ready for their Dragon Black Belt. And the reason we pick it for the dragons is, movement-wise, they are among the simplest of the Jiyu. There's minimal footwork, which when we're going through a tricky medium like Facebook Live, easier is better, but that doesn't mean that they are less important or technically easier techniques. In many ways, some of these are actually more challenging if we get into the fine detail because you've got less steps to compensate with. So we'll one more minute and we'll actually launch. So if you are comfortable, a lot of the stuff that we're doing can make use of a partner. So parents and kids, you can train together, or by all means don't work with each other, just copy me and join in that way. If there is safe space to fall, by all means fall. If there isn't safe space, you're not comfortable, it's not necessary. We're looking at Shite, the person who's doing the techniques. We're looking at their role a lot more than we're looking at Uke. We've done a lot of Uke stuff recently, so we're going to really focus on the Shite. Let's get Sensei Robert out of the way for a second. You a little bit longer just to make sure you've got a safe area. If you're in the gardens, that's great. And you might want to get some water on standby. It's a hot day. Okay, you know, aircon, but you know, I'm lucky. Okay, we're going to get started. All right, find a space. We'll start with a little warm-up. So light bounces. And just get nice and loose. As always, make sure you're copying along at home. Arms. Hey, Syrian. Syria, where are you at these days? Are you in London still? Were you ever in London? I remember that wrong. And reaching over. Oh, people are talking. No, they're not. And the other way. 2 hands. And the other way. Hi, Alice. Is Ella watching too? If she's not watching, make her. Aria! So if you missed the intro, just recap, we're going to be looking at a Jiyu template that is based on the Little Dragons black belt Jiyu moves, but it's appropriate for all levels and all grades because frankly they're good, fun and exciting techniques. That's why they're for the Little Dragons. Okay, so the 5 different moves. The first one that we're going to look at is a dodge, Tai Subaki. I hope I'm saying that properly. The dodge is a really good opening movement. It helps develop a flow and an energy. So a dodge might be, say, I've got my Sensei Bob here. You've got to imagine he's moving towards me, running around, but I might slip past his attack and move behind like that. That kind of thing would be a dodge. They've also got techniques like Irameski, my daughter's favourite one. It's where you come underneath the chin and send them backwards. We have Yushiro Nagi, where you move behind, take to the shoulders and throw this way. You've then got Kokyu Nage, which is where you move in, stop their feet and send them over the top. And the last one, if we've got time, will be a reap, which is where you send them over your back leg, trip them up. It looks pretty awesome. So those are the 5 techniques that we're going to be building up. But we're going to take it nice and gently. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the comments. So when we're going through the slow phase, if you've got a question, ask it. But ask it quickly because we know there's a bit of lag and I might not notice it in time. Okay. So the first move is the dodge. Okay, can you all see Sensei Bobbit? Okay. Now, my head will probably chopped off with this, yeah, just about. It's the footwork we're going to focus on with this one, so make sure you're on your feet and copying along. Your partner, parent, mum, dad, brother, dog, goldfish, all they have to do is just stay in the way for now. And we're going to practice how to move around them. Start by putting your right foot forwards. If we're going to go right foot forwards, we go out and behind. That should take 2 moves. Obviously, Little Dragons, no offense, because tiny legs, then it's going to be a little bit hard. You might have to take 2 or 3 steps. But ideally, 1 and 2. 2 movements to get behind the person in front of you. So make sure you're practicing that. Make sure you're having a go. Being really super picky, watch my feet. They don't come up. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Don't do this. We're not walking. We're sliding our feet across the mat. So slide out and step behind. That's the basic footwork for that first move. Now, alternative dodge. Alternative dodge. Left foot forwards. Now you could slide and step, but given that we know they're attacking with this hand, it makes it riskier. So what we're going to do if we're left foot forwards is pivot, step, step. Okay, so nice and slow practicing that on left foot forwards now. Pivot, step, step. And remember that the uke in theory is moving forwards. That makes the distancing easier to judge as well. So you've got 2 options there for your dodging. Okay? If you've got your right foot, copy along, right foot forwards, go out and through. That's your right foot option. Left foot option, make sure again you're copying, left foot option. Oh, yep. Left foot option, pivot, step, step to get behind them, okay? So that's the first move. Now we're going to get a bit sweaty, we're going to go a lot faster. So each time I count, each knee stand, whatever, we're going to do a dodge and then we're going to reset. And we're going to do this until either I pass out or we hit 30 seconds, whichever one happens first. Try to copy me, so if I start right, start right. If I start left, start left. If you go wrong, don't worry, okay? Ready, go. Edge, out, behind, reset. Knee, pivot, 2 steps behind, reset. Sand. Oh, that's the wrong one. Already gone wrong. Shin. Go. Roku. Chichi, dodge out the way, step behind. Hachi, pivot out the way, 2 steps behind. There we go. Okay, so that's your dodge. We will come back to this, don't worry. So the second move, irimiski, entering strike. Irimiski on the little dragons, we call this one fish face, because the hand is placed against Uke's chin, and to help the little dragons get the idea, we can squeeze the mouth and make all sorts of funny faces. But the correct placement is to put the hand here, not here, okay? Now there's a challenge here. If you're working with a child, they may not be able to reach, and they may be forced to hit you on the throat. Don't give them the option. Present your chin as an easy target, otherwise they will hit you here, and it won't be their fault, okay? So I'll give them access to the chin. So here, to start slowly, have the dragon or the student place their hand against your chin, lift your chin up, and then push backwards. So here, find the chin, lift it up, and that will tip your head backwards. That's the first stage we're going to practice nice and gently. Find the chin, lift the chin. This is surreal and creepy. Okay, so nice and gently. No worries, Sensei, good to see you. So find the chin, lift the chin. What you want to avoid is pushing straight back into the jawline. Technically, it won't work. You're probably going to hurt your partner, and that'll create a greater lack of trust, which means that neither of you can work together effectively going forwards. So you've got to look after each other. So the uke, the person being manipulated, nice and gentle, just let them lift your chin up. Stay, the person doing the technique, cup the chin and gently raise it. Don't slam up into it, okay? We're not finishing them, not yet anyway, okay? So a few more goes, take the chin, gentle lift. Make sure you're doing this. Okay, so now we're going to get into pairs. If you have a partner who's willing to fall, what I want you to do is this. So Bob is going to be the student, and I will be their helper, okay? So I'm going to lower myself down to their height. Hand on my chin, lift and push, and I'm going to let them push and give them the reward of falling over, okay? So again, here, bring your chin to their hand if they cannot reach you. Lift and push and gently take the fall if you're able to fall. If you're not falling, just sit down and make it dramatic and funny for them. You know, give them the reward. So now I'm going to show you how to swap. Take their chin, gently lift and gentle push, and let them sit down in their own speed. I'm not going to push Bob over because he'll just break and fall apart. So gentle lift, give them a gentle push, and then once they start to fall, let them fall. Let them get on with it by themselves. So that's the second technique, irimiski. We're going to get lively with this one again. So each time I count, stay, the person doing the technique is going to move forwards, find the chin, put that here, lift the chin, and then push over and down. If this happens to you, seek medical assistance. Okay? So every time I count, chin, up and over. Ready, go. Ouch! Find the chin, up and over. And then back to the beginning, get back up again. Knee, find the chin, up and over. And back again. Ready, Sam, chin, up and over. And back. Chi, find the chin, lift it up, take it over. Right. Go, find the chin, up and over. Rock, find the chin, lift it up, take it over. Shichi, again. Hachi, again. Ku, find that chin, take it over. And Ju, again, find that chin, take it over. There we go. Yes, that's your second technique. Those are the simpler ones. Now we're going to get a little bit trickier. Third technique. Yushiro Nagi. Say it with me. Yushiro Nagi. Don't know if my pronunciation is correct, but that will get the idea. It means rear throw, or throw from behind. So most techniques that we do to our partner will be from the front. So we'll grab their wrist, or grab their face, or whatever. Yushiro Nagi, we behind, we use their shoulders to guide them down into a backdrop. This can be done really gently and slowly, but at the higher levels, this is devastating and is an awesome technique to watch. Uke literally gets swept off their feet. So take it gently. Okay, let's look at the footwork for this one. Okay, I'm going to put Bob back to the camera. So Bob's just going to stay in my way. I've got my right foot forwards. I am probably going to be your mirror image right now, so literally use me as a mirror. I go to my left, I spin, so that I'm behind him, and I put my hands on his shoulders. Okay, so nice and gently, right foot forwards, off to my left, spin behind, hands on shoulders. So just make sure you drill that again and again and again until it feels as easy as walking, or close enough. Off to the side, behind and shoulders. Don't go the other way, it doesn't make sense. They're attacking with this arm, in theory. Off to the side and behind. So a few more goes of that. Any questions, by the way, so far? Any questions? Make sure you chuck them in the comments. I've got my eye on the feed here, so if I see something that I can answer, I will do. So a few more times. Off to your left, spin behind, hands on shoulders. So that's the footwork to get behind them, okay? Now we're going to have a look at the throw. Let's move Bob on a little bit of an angle here. If I'm behind him, and I pull him backwards, he's going to land on me. He will land on my forward leg, which honestly is going to be worse for me than it is for him. Yeah, it's going to hurt him, but I could really bust my knee up. A few of you might have already done that, so make sure you don't. Once you're behind them, as you pull them backwards, you're also going to get out of their way so that they can fall and not get hurt badly by your legs, and you don't get hurt by them. That was an example, but I don't know why I did it, because it's got to reset everything. There we go. So here, off to the side, spin behind, take the shoulders, and then we're not going to throw yet, just pretend, get out of the way, and pull shoulders past you like this. Okay, so that's the gist for Yushiro Nagi. Have a few more goes at that. Copying along with me. Off to the side, around, behind, take the shoulders, and pull. One more time. So I'm going nice and slow. Off to my left, around, behind, hands on shoulders, and gently pull back and get out their way so that they are safe, and so am I. So that's number 3, Yushiro Nagi. We're going to go a bit faster again, so to my count, we're probably only going to do 5. So make sure you move it. Ready? H! Sides, behind, shoulders, and throw. Reset. Knee. Side, behind, shoulders, and throw. Reset. Sun. To the side. Go behind, shoulders, and throw. Reset again. Shi. To the side. Around, behind, shoulders, and throw. Go. Last one. To the side. Around, behind, shoulders, and throw. So that was your 3rd one, Yushiro Nagi. We should have time for all 4, yeah, okay. So number 4 is Kokyu Nage. Kokyu Nage, say it with me, Kokyu Nage. Breath throw, which really doesn't help you understand how it works. Most of the other techniques have a fairly literal name. Ikajo, first control. Kokyu Nage, what does that mean? It means timing. One of Sensei Martin's favorite concepts, timing. You've got to move at the exact right time if you want this technique to work. We're not worrying about that right now. We're looking at gross motor function, okay? So don't concern yourself with, oh, how would this one work? Don't worry. Just ask the question, how do I move? Oh. Okay, just a heads up, for some reason my phone charger doesn't want to work. So, if this video cuts out, I'm very, very sorry. We should be good though, we should be all right. So standing in front of your partner, right foot forwards. We're assuming they're attacking with this hand. What we're going to do for this technique for Kokyu Nage is turn our back to our partner and sit down in front of their legs. Okay, so nice and slowly. Face your partner, spin, and sit down in front of their feet. Have a few goes of that nice and gently, and then we're going to add some detail and some positioning. Okay? So here, as they're approaching, spin, down, and ideally take both knees, but I don't want to kick the chair. I think the chair will win. Okay, now I'm going to show you this from the front, because it's not quite on center. So as I'm standing, right now, I am facing Bob, I'm right in the way. As I enter and spin, I'm aiming to cover only 1/2 of his body, roughly. This makes it a little bit easier for him to fall over, plus I've got easier access to this arm here. If I'm like this, square in front, I'm probably going to get a knee on the back of my head. True story, it really hurts, okay? So you have to offset when you drop. So again, copying on with me, face your partner, move in, spin, sit down here like this. So you're in front of one leg, not 2 legs, just in front of one. Hey, Shabazz! So facing, move forwards, take a knee in front of one leg. So that's the rough footwork. Now, partner, parents, bigger brother, sister, dog, whatever. You've got a job now. Yeah, I know, right? Your job is to raise and lower the attacking arm, so this one, to help the student learn the timing. If you haven't got a partner, if you're training by yourself, just imagine it. Picture their arm coming down towards you, and it is that moment where they would hit you that you drop and take the knee. If you kneel too early, they'll just hit you on the floor. If you kneel too late, they've already hit you, okay? So, exact right timing. So you're going to face your partner, they're going to raise their arm. They are slowly going to lower the arm down towards your head. As they do that, get out of the way, sit down, hold their hand, and just put it on the floor. Do not fall unless you know what you're doing. So they raise their arm, move underneath, hold their hand, and bring it down to the floor. So that all Bob should need to do is strike, and then just lean over. Have a few goes at that one. A word of warning, some of the best timing I've seen on this technique has been on Little Dragon Black Belt tests. In particular, Eli, if you watch this video, I think yours might have been the best kokyunage I have ever seen on your Dragon Black Belt test. It was incredible. So one more time, hands coming down, out the way, hold their hand and put it on the floor. Alex, don't hurt your dad too badly with this one. Okay, so we're going to go a bit faster again. So each time I count, we're going to enter and drop and hold the hand, and then back up again. Again, we'll probably only go for 5. Okay, get ready. Ouch! And then back up. Knee! And back up. San! And back up. Shi! Try to go both knees down if you can. Go! So that's your 4th one. Okay, 5th and final one. This is the most fun. This is the reap. So I'm going to put Bob central again so you can see. Like the kokyunage, the reap is all about timing. The aim is to put your leg in the way of their feet as they're moving forwards so that they have to fall over it. If you get in position too early, they're not surprised and they'll just either kick you or hit you. And if you're too late, then you just crash. And there's nothing worse than somebody landing on your leg at a weird angle, okay? So facing your partner, we are moving towards each other. We get out of the way and present our leg as an obstacle, okay? Now for the little dragons, to be honest, what we normally see is something more like this, which is fine, it works, okay? But if we're going to do it right, and we try and do it right, it is our leg, not our backside, that should be in the way. Okay, so we're going to do that nice and slow, copying along with me. Start with your right foot forwards. This might be a bit skewy on your screen. So right foot forwards. Your back leg goes through and off to the right. And your new back leg skids across the mat towards their legs. It's like riding a bike. At the beginning, you can't get anything, it feels really weird. But once you do it right a couple of times, it just clicks. So copy along with me. Step out and skid. And then reset. Step out and skid. And then reset. Again, practice this against a partner. If you've got one, if you haven't got a partner, use your imagination. Okay? So here, out and skid. And then back up again. A few more goes. Be really careful with this one because it takes up a lot of space across the floor. Stepping out, skid that foot towards their feet. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do it to the count. Again, just 5, but I want you to really push yourself. So each time I count, I want you to execute the technique. So you're going to step out, skid your foot towards them, and then reset. If you have the space to do so, then this partner can execute a forwards roll over the knee. I'm assuming you haven't got that much space, so don't worry about it. We're focusing on Stay's movements again. Okay, ready? Out, and down, and then back up again. Knee, out, down, and back up. San, Shi, go. Okay, so that's all 5 techniques. We've got a few minutes left on the clock. Hey, Kit, we've got a few minutes left on the clock, so we're going to try and put all 5 into sequence. Okay, this is where you're probably going to get lost because you've forgotten everything we did at the beginning of the class. Don't worry. We're going to get Bobbits out of the way for this one. And let's see if I can do it with the correct order. So number 1 was the dodge. Out the way, through, and turn around. That's number 1, dodge. Practice with me now. Dodge. Out the way, and through, and turn around. Number 2 was Irimiski. Out the way, the other way, find the chin, over, and down. And again, irimiski, number 2, out of the way, find their chin, over and down. That's number 2. Number 3, Yushiro Nagi. We're going to go the same way. Spin behind and find the shoulders and throw. And again to our left. Spin behind our partner, find their shoulders, and then throw. Number 4, Kokyu Nage. The strike is coming for our head, so we're going to sit down and send them over our shoulder. That's number 4. Copy along with me. The strike is coming towards us. Forwards, spin, and take a knee. That's number 4. And then number 5 is the reap. So we go out, sweep. Okay? One more time for that one. Out, and sweep, and then they face plant and everybody laughs. Okay? So that's the sequence of 5. We're going to go through that all 2 times, as fast as we can. What I want to see in my inbox after this lesson is videos of you guys doing this, okay? So practice the sequence that we're about to do, send it in to me to have a look at, and if I like what I see, I'm going to pick one who I think is the best for their age, and there will be a reward in it for them, okay? So make sure you're copying along, make sure you have a go. So, number 1, dodge, out the way, forwards, turn. Number 2, irimiski, chin and down. Number 3, Yushiro, behind and down. 4, Kokyu Nage, down to the floor. And 5, there's the reap. Okay, ready, again. Dodge, out the way, irimiski, Yushiro, behind and throw. 4, Kokyu Nage, down, and 5, reap. One more time. Copy along with me. Ready, dodge, out and behind. Irimiski, chin and throw. Yushiro, behind, shoulders, throw. Kokunage, catch and down to the floor and reap. Sweep the leg. There we go. You have to send a message to all chairs, otherwise they'll get ideas. Okay, so that is a template for a 5-move Jiyu Waza, and that is the Jiyu Waza that we teach to little dragons, so the 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. That is the one, or something like that, is what we expect to see on their black belt test. Obviously, they're still 6-year-olds, so we're not looking for great precision necessarily, although we like it. But those techniques, all the techniques, they're for everybody. Okay, so adults, you can use that exact sequence or elements of that sequence in your dynamic practice, in your Jiyu Waza, and it will be legit. It's just got to be done at an adult student level quality. Okay, so practice those movements, have fun with it, get sweaty with it. If you've got a partner who's willing to work with you and fall, awesome. But you don't need one. You just need to visualize what you're doing, okay? So, well done for joining in. Thank you, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!